I'd go get supplies beforehand, get a bunch of beef jerky with my grandparents, and then I had my dad's porn stash. And
You've still got your dad's porn stash.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, near and far, welcome to The Truth Is, a game show of cunning misconceptions. Now, introducing our judges, Ryder Tam, Gabe Valdez of the comedy duo TV Unscripted. All right, and the fabulous drag queen, Bella Winters. On set today, we have all comedians, starting with Von Sprecken, winner of Tournament of Laughs, Denver Pop Culture Con. Next, we have Bradley Matthew, who is from planet Earth. And we have Callan Reese, a regular at Comedy Works. And Mandy Horvath, life-proof bionic woman. The rules are simple. We've compiled 12 truths from all of our contestants, and the judges will be interrogating our contestants to see who the truth belongs to for each round. And the winner gets 2 tickets to the Locomotive Party Bus. All right. The first truth is, the only time I was ever kicked out of a bar was because I peed in the sink. Judges, take it away.
I mean, looking around, it's probably most of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump right into Callan right over here. A sink, huh? That's
It was more of a statement. I was really just trying to make a point.
So there were people watching?
Oh yeah.
Is that a common occurrence with you?
When I'm upset and drunk, yes, it does happen regularly. But I was just making it a point that they needed to clean their sinks, and they had to clean their sinks after I did that.
what bar was this at?
What bar was it? Oh, downtown.
They're pretty clean, aren't they? I've been there before.
I don't think anybody would be severely offended by somebody pissing in the sink at so, you know what I'm saying? Like it would just go under the rug a little bit. So
was that what you were hoping for? Was that it would kind of just slide under? This was just a drunken moment of chaos?
Me?
Yeah.
All right, next
No,
person.
actually, I was sitting in the bathroom for like 20 minutes, and I was really angry because I was drunk, you know? And out walks this girl with her friend under her arm, and she's like, hey, don't go in there. There's vomit everywhere. I pulled a Mandy, and I was like, well, that's a plastic trash can. That's not going to hold my ass. And I hopped up on the sink, and some hoity-toity walked in and was like, oh my God, you can't piss in the sink. And I hopped down, smoked a cigarette, went back in the bar.
In the bathroom?
And they were like, no, I went out to the patio to smoke a cigarette, and they didn't see me go out there, and I came back in, and they were like, hey, we're taking your beer. You're out of here.
Aw. Now, I heard you use the phrase, pulled a Mandy.
Yeah.
Is that just anytime you pee in a sink?
I mean, like, I'm from Missouri, so if I gotta go, I gotta go. It's just one of those things. And I didn't really, like, want, you know, to end up on a sex offender list title.
All right, let's move over here. All right. What color is your pee?
Depends what kind of vitamins I've been taking. It's usually normal colored.
List off your first 3 vitamins.
My first 3, I don't know. I took some of that, supposed to be like a brain boost, but it didn't stop me from peeing in a sink, so I stopped using it. I like those chewable gummies, of course. Oh, and there's this UTI infection medication called Azo, which makes your pee bright orange.
Okay.
Was not on it that day, but I thought you should know.
Okay. Now, I assume you just had to pee, and there was a line, but...
I mean, I was pretty drunk, and my buddy had the tequila poops. I don't know if I'm allowed to say shits on TV.
We'll find out.
So yeah, he was violently just ripping the seat off the toilet in there, and I don't know. Like, it didn't seem like it'd be a big deal.
Do you feel like it's a big deal now?
I didn't really plan on answering any questions about it in the future.
So now it seems like a big deal.
But yeah, now with the lights on my face and the 3 people staring me down in the studio audience laughing at me, I'd say it's really gotten out of hand.
Which bar?
This was Three Kings on South Broadway.
Oh, I don't live in Denver.
No, you don't.
Fact check and fact check. Perfect. Perfect.
It is a bar in Denver.
It is a bar.
Okay. Bradley.
Yeah. What? Or no, go for it.
Oh, no, please. I was just going to give him the final rose. I don't know.
I was going to say, what liquor were you drinking?
Scotch, single barrel.
Do you often pause before you answer questions like that?
Sometimes you just got to think things out before responding.
Much unlike when you decided to pee in a sink. Is there a lot of thought going into that?
Not a whole lot, really.
So when you drink scotch,
Yes.
single barrel,
Yes.
you drink a lot?
I kind of just take it on the rocks and go from there.
So just a lot on the rocks.
It's always a double shot, and it's be like, hey, can you hook me up a little bit, and try to get them to pour like an extra 2 or 3 shots in there.
And that was enough to make you pee in a sink?
After a couple of times, yes.
What bar?
Tavern. It's in Overland Park, Kansas.
Oh,
Very
really?
clever.
Very convenient.
So when you did this, did you say, I'm going to pull a Mandy?
To be honest, the stalls were all taken, and I just really didn't have the patience at the time, and just really had to go.
For both of you, you had. Never mind, just for you.
Getting specific.
What about the urinals?
What about them? They're just all full.
He doesn't do urinals.
Everyone's people are saying the urinals.
Classy group of people.
Yeah, I think Shy went out the window, though, when we kind of, went to the sink. Like, that's just kind of anything Shy would kind of be thrown out the window there.
What bar, Mandy?
Oh, yeah.
It starts with a D and ends with a house.
Oh!
Drink
I know where that's
Doghouse.
Okay, that makes more sense than mine, yeah. So yours was an impatience thing, right?
Yes.
Unrelated. Have you ever been stuck in traffic?
Many times, yeah.
Okay. And your seat covers are made of what?
Uber.
I see where you're going. I like this. Continue.
Yeah, they're just made of Uber driver cars.
So don't pick this guy up.
I mean, if you want some money, then it always...
He's insinuating that you've been peeing on your seats.
Well, I see why. Okay.
Yeah.
Judges, how are you feeling?
Pretty good.
Very uncomfortable.
Perfect. You ready for your guesses?
Yeah.
I think so.
Let's do it. All right, contestants. What is the truth?
The truth is, I pissed in the house sink because I was drunk.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Mandy did pee in a sink.
It's not even the weirdest place, and that's the hard part.
That about Dublin House.
You don't?
No, I do. I do believe that.
Yeah.
All right, next. You're not going to believe this. But I used to fill women's purses with dog poop. Contestants, are you serious? Judges, take this one away. I'm in disbelief.
Oh.
All right, I'm in disbelief.
Wow, that's
How do you start that? I got it. Okay, good. Yeah.
Bradley.
Can we do that less accusatory?
Which dog grooming company did you work for?
I've worked with an animal hospital before, not a
knew it.
dog grooming company.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think it was him.
Okay, cool. Next, to Vaughn.
Oh.
So you hate women?
Or dogs? You
Love
dislike
dogs.
something.
I am on the fence, depends on the woman,
Okay. Appropriate.
to be fair,
Appropriate.
because I wouldn't judge them all as a group. I'm actually very woke about that.
Now,
So I judge them on their individual merit. And I think we can all think of at least one lady we think her purse could use some dog poop in it. I'm going to be brave and take a stand, and I think that's true.
and your lady was?
Well, it started with my mom.
Now, correct
But
me.
like a serial killer, I got my first taste, and I just became like a small obsession for me.
Do you have a dog?
Not currently, but I did growing up. We had 3 dogs growing up.
So that's where you acquired your.
Those and neighborhood yards. My
all-
parents thought I was great. They thought I was just like really into like helping with the dog, picking up his poop.
And cleaning up the neighborhood too.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that was occasional. You know, we knew where like the biggest dogs lived, and
Ulterior
was good.
motives. I gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, they thought I was being really helpful with my chores, but I was collecting the dog poop. And I would go, usually I was like this weird, I was raised in the burbs, but I had this like rebel without a cause, find ladies with like nice designer purses. You know, it's like they think they're better than me. And I can't deal with that. Like the 13-year-old rage just wouldn't,
I would say
couldn't
you
stuff it
found
down.
a cause.
yeah.
Let's move over to this table.
Callan,
We keep doing that. It's okay. Our brains are in sync now. It's fine.
yeah, we'll say it together.
Yeah.
You.
Just kidding. I have no idea what the fuck you're gonna say. Telepathy's not quite there. Just the first sentence.
I was just wondering why you looked so excited.
Okay, I love doing this. These weren't just women's, but these were my purses. I went out and bought these from the Salvation Army. And I had a ton of dogs. And I had to clean up the shit in the yard anyways. So I was like, okay, I'm going to put them in women's purses. And I lived on a busy street. So I'd fill them up with poop and I'd put newspaper over the top of them. And I don't know if you know this, but anyone will stop for a purse in the street. They will. And so I would throw them out in the street and I'd watch cars pick them up and I'd just sit on the porch and be like, oh man. But I put paper over the top so when they'd move the top, they'd get crap on their hands when they moved the paper. And I don't know how many people I've seen drive off like, and throw it out the window.
You're a vigilante.
Oh yeah. I didn't have internet. I mean, it was around. I just couldn't.
What did you call yourself?
I didn't call myself anything. I was just having fun.
What was
man.
your superhero name?
I didn't have a superhero name.
Your superhero name.
I just love causing havoc in the neighborhood, man. It was fun. It was a good time.
If
and
you
will
leave it
still
in the
work
street,
today.
that's entrapment, okay? I know.
So what kind of dogs did you have? You said you had a lot of dogs.
I had pits. My dad did. Yeah. So
Where are you from?
Oklahoma.
I don't know if they have dogs.
No? We'll fact check that.
Yeah. We'll figure that one out.
Somebody Google that, please.
How many dogs did you have?
I had 3. But that, I don't know if you know this, but that can create, in a small yard, that creates a lot of poop. And so we were busy.
How big was your house?
How big was my house?
Square footage.
Dude, we had 2 bedrooms. It was not a big house. It was like, we didn't have internet, so I was like, how am I gonna fill up my Saturday? And I would tell the ladies at Salvation Army I was buying them for chicks with ugly purses, so she gave me like a discount on them. She'd give me like $1 a purse. So I was just like, it just worked out. So, yeah.
All right. You guys have any more questions? All right, Mandy.
Yeah.
Get ready for all these questions.
How are you?
I am peachy.
Cool.
Who hurt you, I guess would be the next question.
Oh my gosh, that's a long list, dude.
But like, what drove you to this specifically as your?
So I graduated high school with my veterinary technician certification at the age of 16. And I immediately went into that field because I thought it was like, something I wanted to do. And then I quickly realized that I hate beagles because they never shut up. I hate dealing with people
We'll have to take points off for
that
that.
are like, I hate dealing with Miss Betty Lou who's like, my beagle's dying. And your beagle's not dying, it's just getting wormed, calm down. And so a couple times I got really upset when I was working there, and I worked for Dr. Deem, of course, and she was like a hard-ass military person, so she let me go in and bring the dogs back to them, and 9 times out of 10, it was always this like really hoity-toity, like, you know,
A beagle
Miss
owner.
Betty,
Precisely.
you know,
They all
like
are.
my Yorkie, like, oh my God, princess, no!
You do that really
It was
well.
always those types of women, and I'd target them and just, like, I was also the kennel technician, and I was always walking dogs, you know, and scrubs, you can just stuff it in there and slide it in their purse when you're handing back their dog, and they never knew anything until they left. And I was like, yeah, that's right, you get to leave with the dog shit because you are dog shit.
How did you handle zippered purses?
Oh, if they had a zipper purse, I wasn't really like too into it. You know, I
so-
wasn't gonna. I mean, like, I wasn't gonna like foil myself and be like, "Here's your dog shit." Like,
So you'd see the zippered purse and you'd be like, damn, guess I just gotta hold on to this
but
shit.
really, if you were a female, Gabe, you know that not a whole lot of women carry women purses, like zipper purses.
I'm not, that's true. I don't know that. My mom does, and that's my only
Well, most
female in my
generally,
life.
these women would come in with like the big totes, you know, because they have to fit their nail polish
Like
and
a big Valentino bag, like
yeah,
with
like
lipstick in it.
What are you doing? You're bringing your dog to the vet.
Was the dog inside, maybe?
Inside the purse, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking so.
I'd hope not.
Okay. I've never been a vet,
All right,
so.
Poopsie, go back in there. Quite literally.
Any more questions, judges?
Do we have any more questions for Bradley? I feel like I might have cut him off pretty short.
Yeah.
I think that's
You know the truth. Because you know the truth.
So, do you still do this?
It's been a while.
Okay.
I guess you hate the dogs, or
Just sometimes people.
okay, I think I figured it out.
So, judges, you ready to guess?
Bradley.
Contestants, what is the truth?
Oh, the truth is me. I did it.
Quite clever. So if you were to give yourself a vigilante name after this, what would it be? I want to hear this.
Anti-hero.
Shit stuffer.
This shit's
Shit
That's a good one.
I was just calling myself El Jefe.
I'm satisfied.
so we dealt drugs as well.
I love how you open that with, the truth is me.
He rips off his mask.
Snatched.
Your name is Truth Man.
Judges, I don't think you're ready for this next one, but
We're ready.
this truth is I sold porn and beef jerky as a child in summer camp. Good luck. I sold porn and beef jerky at summer camp.
Vaughn, what camp?
Boy Scout camp, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andy, what kind of porn?
Rapid fire.
Lesbian porn, dude.
Callum, why both?
Who doesn't love jerky and who doesn't love porn?
Like
for one.
together or like
summer camp. You
separate
need-
But
customers?
summer
Like,
camp? Why wouldn't you go with church camp and profit? Just saying.
So I assume church camp for you.
Yes.
What were you raking in on the daily?
Candy?
So you exchanged porn and jerky for candy.
Yeah.
Sweet. Sweet or sour?
It was like super young.
Sweet or sour?
Sweet. Sour, I don't know.
the candy was the sweet or sour.
Oh, I thought you meant was she. Okay.
Well, I mean,
Depends.
He's a Sour Patch Kid.
Callum, what camp?
What camp?
Yeah, what kind of camp?
It was a camp late. I mean, it was just where we went to. I mean, it wasn't really even a camp, to be honest with you. It was just like where a bunch of parents.
The truth said it was a camp.
Well, I mean, it's just like, I mean, that's kind of what all the parents called it, but we all just, it was like basically as camp as a deer camp. I mean, it was just like,
Where are you
like-
from again?
Oklahoma.
It makes sense.
Helps a lot.
Do they have any camps in Oklahoma?
I don't think you think that they have anything.
No.
Bradley, how did you cue in that kids wanted jerky and porn? What sort of mind did you tap into?
I mean, I just kind of tapped into my own mind and what would people at a summer camp be after that's in short supply? And it's porn and beef jerky.
Was this an overnight summer camp?
Yeah.
Did they all
Good answer.
Did y'all have circle jerk parties?
It was a Jewish summer camp.
Plenty of money to go around. I like it. Smart.
So you're just a businessman at this point.
Yeah.
Everyone's a businessman there.
So, all right, let's move away from there.
So Mandy took candy and you took
I took money.
cold hard cash?
Yes.
Ooh.
How much did you charge?
Coins,
Bitcoin.
whatever.
Bitcoin.
I mean, depending on whether they're going to rent it or purchase
Rent
it from
it.
me.
Renting these out?
I can't believe they
The
rented
jerky or the
jerky.
porn?
Did these
Can you rent jerky?
did they have to be used together? Like, it's such a strange.
It's really a separate market for each.
So there was no package deal, like 2-for-1 kind of thing.
It's really just like having multiple avenues of
revenue stream.
product.
Did you have like a right-hand man?
I did it all myself.
You did it all yourself?
It was my setup.
How much were you raking in on the daily?
Honestly, I'd have to have more porn and more jerky in order to satisfy everybody there over the time period. So
horny kids,
I'd say on average around $10 a day.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Vaughn, I have a question for you going back. And I just lost my train of thought. Damn it. I was thinking I was holding it while you were talking to poor kid.
Don't lie. Let's not do that. I'll ask a question right off there then.
I'm thinking.
What?
So I'll take
Well, we regather our thoughts.
what level did you attain? Is it a level in the Boy Scouts? What rank level? Like,
Oh, I think it was Star, which is 2 over what frickin' Buzz Aldrin got. So actually, not that impressed with the first guy on the moon.
oh,
I remember my question.
okay.
How did you get all of this jerky and porn since you were a child?
Okay, so I was one of the few scouts that I knew that came from a more progressive household.
And where are you from?
Parker, Colorado. Yeah,
So that makes sense. That checks out.
that checks out. That
So
checks
to
out.
you, a progressive household.
So, well, they didn't buy it for me, but I found my dad's stash, and it was considerable. It was the kind where every couple months I could take, a few mags from his stash that he wouldn't really notice.
And at the same time, you're like, oh, there's jerky in here too.
Well, so
huh?
no, the jerky actually came later. So we get to the scout camp. They had like a commissary there, and that's where these kids like had money so they could buy like candy bars and jerky and stuff. I sold all the porn on the first day. These kids had never been more happy in their life. But then I realized the number one seller at the commissary was the jerky, so I bought them out on the first day with my porn earnings. And then I could basically use that for the rest of the camp. I would sell that. And one kid tried to rat on me, and I told some other kids that I would give them jerky if they broke his knees.
Did they?
They did not break his knees, so I did not pay them their full amount. Because I felt I had been cheated in some sort.
Of course.
Going full Tanya Harding. Easy.
Yeah. Well, I watched a lot. We had a progressive household. I saw The Godfather at a very young age.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I was never allowed to eat beef jerky.
Of course you weren't. Your stomach couldn't handle it.
The judges, are you ready to make your guesses?
Not at all.
No.
I'm glad you're right on the same page. I like it. So, contestants, what is the truth?
The truth is, I sold porn and beef jerky in summer camp.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
And you said it was a Jewish summer camp?
It was a Jewish summer camp. Yeah.
Wow. Really repressed those
So
kids.
yeah, I'd go get supplies beforehand, get a bunch of beef jerky with my grandparents, and then I had my dad's porn stash. And
You still got your dad's porn stash.
that's right.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, judges, this is gonna be out of control, but this truth, I was ejected from my truck when a stripper stole it.
Hey, Callan.
Happened? Straight to the mullet? Of course he did, straight to the mullet.
First question.
Yeah.
Do they have strippers in Oklahoma?
Yes, and it's not all nude. So
Okay.
just to let you know.
Thank you.
In case you were thinking of going to Oklahoma strip clubs with excitement.
Don't.
Certain counties.
What kind of car?
It was a GMC Sierra truck, and the stripper was my girlfriend at the time, and she was mad that I was tipping another stripper in there, and she asked to get my keys to my truck for her cigarettes, and I was drunk. I was like, oh yeah, cool, okay, go now. And I realized I was like, neither one of us smoke cigarettes. So I ran out, and she's like in my car getting out of the parking lot, and I just run and jump in the bed. And we are driving down the highway. I'm scared for my life. Like, please just stop. I'll get out. You have the truck. I don't care. And then we make it down to a residential area, and she's swerving, trying to throw me out of it. We hit a ditch, and she hits a telephone pole. I go out of the truck as it rolls. This is, 10 o'clock at night. It wasn't that late. And the guy comes up to me, runs up, he goes, bro, are you okay? And the first thing I could think of, I was like, I need a cigarette.
That sounds very traumatic.
And yeah, but the most thing is like my mom had to come pick me up from that. And that was tough explaining.
Mandy, why weren't you wearing your seatbelt?
Because I don't have legs to hold me down anyway. I mean,
Okay.
Do you frequent strip clubs often?
yeah, the Snooty Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not been there. Is it fun?
It is fun. It's beautiful in there now that they've like redone the whole place now.
Chandelier?
Not quite.
Gabe has no idea what the inside of a strip is.
Sounds like we need to make a trip to the strip club.
A strip trip?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
That was easy.
Have you ever considered... No, wait a minute.
Stripping?
Yes. I may have misheard the
This is
truth
the
a
Sixth
little
Sense twist. The stripper was me the whole time.
bit. Yes.
Why would you get in the car with a stripper?
I feel like that kind of answers it. Why would I not? Do I look like if a stripper said, hey, get in, I'd ask questions?
Is that what happened? Was it just like, hey, get in my
So
car?
actually,
Did you know this person?
the way he read it was, the way it was meant to be said was, I was ejected from the car, then a stripper stole it.
Oh, I forgot about the stripper being stolen. Or not the stripper.
That was a key plot point. That was like the main thing.
Auto-theft human trafficking is a
Sorry,
good
I
job.
apologize. I'm not a...
Same thing, Gabe, same thing.
Yeah. Your car got stolen after you got
After.
ejected from the car?
After.
Okay, so how did you get out of the car then? Like, how did this...
He got ejected.
I was
That's violent. Like, you don't just casually, like, oh, lost my keys out of the car.
You say that, but no, I did get casually ejected. It sounds really dramatic. It was one of those like really drunken ghost ride the whip situations, trying to climb onto my hood while it's running. I fall off. I've still got a scar on my hip from where I fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't get run over or I wouldn't be here, obviously, but I fell off. And I swear she was waiting. She can just run in these hills. Like it is, I've never seen, I can't run that fast in regular shoes. And she just, and it's gone.
Time out. How often do you ghost ride in front of strip clubs?
How do you pick up strippers, bro?
Got a point.
Bradley.
After this last story, I don't trust anything you said.
Where's your scar?
I have many scars. What scar are we talking about?
The one specifically related to this story.
Right. Would be on my side.
Same place as Vaughn.
Interesting.
Suspect.
Were you the stripper in Vaughn's car?
Wearing heels?
The truth is,
It's a double whammy.
I didn't know there was another drag queen here.
He's wearing heels right now under the table. What was the stripper's
doesn't
name?
these days.
Madly.
Allison, actually.
That's so simple, though.
Yeah, did she have like a last name? Was it like a funny little
It was a
pun?
girl that I knew in high school, and she ended up becoming a stripper.
Oh. A lost love.
It was a lost love found lost after
That was a big wild night.
lost afterwards.
What kind of car were you driving?
F-150.
Ford.
Correct.
Checks out.
Gabe knows a lot about cars and he wants everyone to know.
Super proud of you.
Checks out.
Any other questions, judges?
I got a few more for Mandy.
Yeah.
They stole your car?
Yep.
What kind of car?
Ford Ranger.
Another Ford.
It was a little pickup, single cab.
He was hoping you would say Ranger and then he
It
would
was
say a Ford.
automatic.
Oh, you don't drive stick?
Nope. I can't, Gabe. I only have 2 arms.
Sorry.
She's really good in the clutch. Left hand
Let me use
We've
my
been
mouth
voted
for
down
the
to 2
clutch there.
judges.
Well, I think I'm ready.
conveniently stops asking questions.
It's not here.
Did you get your car back?
Yes. It was actually one of my friends. I had picked her up from Snooty Fox, and long story short, essentially she was going through some stuff with her old man, and she was like all scared and whatever else, and we had actually gotten into like an accident, which was kind of weird because we hit the side of the gravel and the back end of the truck swung out and we went over the ledge, but it like rolled once and went right back up on its wheels.
Gabe, a car expert, is that
I
possible?
was out of the vehicle and I was unconscious, and she couldn't find me. She was drunk. I was drunk, and she went to go fight with her old man. So
She took your car to go get in a fight.
yeah,
I can't find Mandy, but this fight's more important than that.
The stripper logic checks out.
yeah, it was real.
It sounds real. Does anyone else sound real?
How about now, judges? Done with the questions? Ready to guess? Not quite.
Thoroughly confused, but yeah. I'm good.
You've got this.
Just gonna write a couple down here and
So, contestants, who has the truth?
Truth is me again.
Truth Man.
All right. We had 2 winners this time. So the locomotive party bus goes to Vaughn and Callan.